Gate for inviting me here today. I commend them for putting together this conference to bring together job creators, innovators, policymakers, and the emergency response community. We're all one team. As a lifelong Florida resident and chairman, I am the chairman of under the Homeland Security Committee. You know, I'm the subcommittee chairman of the Emergency Preparedness and Response and Communications Committee. I know all too well about the need for individual and community preparedness to enhance our resilience to natural disasters and terrorist attacks. Each year, Florida is faced with hurricane threats, as you know, and regularly takes the brunt of those storms. These storms can have an extremely harmful impact on Florida's residents, its environment, and the economy. Like it or not, we must prepare for these threats. We need to review how we plan for and respond to a hurricane, of course, in the oil spill, terrorist attack, or whatever other emergency may face us in the future. We must hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And the private sector plays a vital role in making sure our communities are prepared. I think we can all agree that the more notice and information we can give to our citizens to help them get out of harm's way before disaster strikes, of course, the better. The contributions of the private sector are indispensable as far as I'm concerned when it comes to getting the word out, be it through television, radio, mobile devices, or the internet. Thus far this year, communities throughout the United States have experienced devastating tornadoes, as you know, floods, severe winter weather, wildfires, and a tsunami warning. We are now in the midst of what NOAA predicts will be an above-average hurricane season, unfortunately. And as we speak, you know, Tropical Storm Emily appears to be headed toward Florida's coastline. While the impact of each of these disasters has varied, what has not changed has been the willingness of the private sector to pitch in and help out communities in need before, during, and after the event. Wireless companies have set up charging stations at disaster recovery centers so people without power can charge their phones. Companies have donated billboards and warehouse space. Radio stations have donated airtime to match up individuals with goods or services to donate with these for those in need. Celebrities have donated their time to brighten the days of disaster victims and also raised money. These are just a few examples of the help provided by the private sector. We couldn't do it without you. And what is so wonderful about this assistance, is that you do it while asking for nothing in return, only in America. You see it as your corporate responsibility. The private sector is an active part of the whole community approach to disaster preparedness and response advocated by Administrator Fugate, and we thank you for it. But this is not just about what you can do for us. This is also about what we, your partners at the federal, state, and local level can do for you in the event of a natural disaster, terrorist attack, or other emergency. How we can help you and your employees enhance your preparedness and become more resilient. How we can help you get your businesses back up and running after an event. Because after all, businesses are the backbone of our community. If the jobs come back after a disaster, the people will come back and communities will rebuild and recover stronger. Administrator Fugate is doing some innovative things at FEMA, and I knew he would because I worked with him, of course, in the state of Florida. I was in the legislature as well and worked on these issues with him. But he's doing innovative things at FEMA to ensure you, our private sector partners, have a seat at the table and your voices are heard. That's the key. I was pleased to learn that the private sector now has a seat in the National Response Coordination Center and that there is now private sector liaison in each of of the FEMA regions. Works so well. It is also assuring to know that FEMA is working to establish the National Business Emergency Operations Center, and that there were 3,000 private sector participants in national level exercise 11. Conferences like this are also important because they facilitate the exchange of ideas and best practices. All of these initiatives help to keep the lines of communication open. Working together, we will better be able to address the needs of individuals, families, and businesses when disaster strikes. Like Administrator Fugate, I strongly believe in the need to develop a culture of preparedness. I hope you will consider me and my staff as a resource to you as you work to enhance the preparedness of your businesses and your communities. Thank you, God bless you, and my door is always open to you.